Hello students, today I am going to do the revision exercise for you. That's 2019 year-end evaluation, Department of Education, Western Province paper. So you get 2.5 hours for this paper. You get two parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 you get 20 short questions and each question carries 2 marks and the spaces are given, so you can write all your answers in the space provided. So the first page you get 1 to 6 questions and page number 2 you get 7 to 14 and the third page you get questions 15 to 20. So part B you have to answer question number 1 and you have to select 4 questions out of 6 questions given. So first question carries 16 marks and other questions carry 11 marks each. So the first page you get question number 1 and 2. Next page you get questions 3 to 5. The next page you get question number 6. And the last page you get question number 7. So we'll do paper 1 first. Let's do question number 1. Find the 8th term of a number pattern where the general term is Tn equals 2n minus 5. You know that Tn or nth term is when you have the pattern first term, second term like that, nth one. So this is given. How you find the 8th term? 8th term, then n is equal to 8. So we need to substitute 8 in n. So T8. So what you do? Substitute n equals 8. 2 times 8 minus 5. Now, according to Bodmer's, multiplication first. 2 times 8, 16. 16 minus 5. So what's the 8th term? You get 11. So here you get 2 marks for all these questions, short questions. So 2 marks. Question number 2. Convert the binary number 1010, that means base 2, into base 10. Now, can you remember the way we are getting numbers? So, the first one is 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1. Third rod, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3. So, like that, here 1 is there in this one and 1 is here. So, what are the numbers? So, we can easily convert. This one means multiplied by 1. This one is 2 to the power 1 multiplied by 2. What is this one? Multiplied by 4. 2 to the power 2. Then this one multiplied by 8. So 0 times 1, 0. 1 times 2, 2. 0 times 4, 0. 1 times 8, 8. So what's the number in base 10? 8 plus 2, 10. 10 is the number in base 10. So that's how you write the number in base 2. So you get 2 marks for this one. Question number 3. Name a pair of adjacent angles shown in the figure. Adjacent means next to each other. So you can't take this one because there's no angle. So we can take these two. So DBC angle and CBA angle. Both are adjacent. Adjacent means next to each other. So 2 marks for identifying adjacent angles. Using the knowledge of factors, find the value of 102.5 squared minus 2.5 squared. At once, what can you remember? Difference between two square terms. So how you factorize? One term is positive, one term is negative. So you can use this. A is 102.5, B is 2.5. So we can write 102.5 plus 2.5, that's one factor. And the other factor is 102.5 minus 2.5. So when you add this, what you get? 105. Multiplied by, when you subtract, you get 100. So 100 times 105, you get 105 with 2 zeros, 10,500. So the answer is 10,500. So you get 2 marks for this question as well. Question number 5. If a vendor has to incur a loss of 25% when selling a wristwatch for 900 rupees, find the buying price of it. When you buy for 100 rupees, if there is a loss, that means you are selling thing to 75 rupees. 100 becomes 75. So you have to think about, if you are buying for 100, this becomes 75. Now, other way around, if the buying price is X, the selling price is 900. So you need to find out X. So how you do that? Other way around. 75 is 100. What about 900? That's X. So you take this value 100 over 75 and multiply by 900. So you are finding for one part, that's 100 over 75, and for 900 you multiply by 900. 25 times 3, 25 times 4. 3 times this, you get 300. 300 times 4, 1200. So this is the X value. So X is the buying price, is equal to 1200 rupees. So 2 marks for that. Question number 6. Solve linear equation. So what's the first step? You need to find out the y value. So first, we'll get rid of this denominator 2. Multiply both sides by 2. 2 get cancelled out, you get y minus 5 is equal to 3 times 2, 6. Now you need to get rid of this minus 5. So add 5 to both sides. 6 plus 5, you get 11, and this side becomes y. So y equals 11. 2 marks for that. Simplify. 6 over 7 of 2/3. Of means multiplication in mathematics. So 6 over 7 multiplied by 2/3. 3 with this 6, you get 2. 2 times 2, 4. 4 over 7. So 2 marks. Question number 8. If the figure shows a pair of complementary angles, find the value of x. Complementary means add up to 90 degrees. So this whole thing is 90. So you can write x plus 35 is equal to 90 degrees. So what's x? To find x, you can subtract 35 from both sides. So you get x here, 90 minus 35. 55 degrees. So x is 55. So you need to remember, supplementary means 180, complementary means 90 degrees. Question number 9, express 1.5 cubic meters to liters. Now what's the conversion? How you find out the conversion? So we need to find out 1 cubic meters is how much liters? Can you remember? That's actually 1000 liters. I'll show that. If you can't remember how you do that one, fast. 1 cubic meter means 1 meter, 1 meter and 1 meter. Multiply 3 times. 1 meter means 100 centimeters. 100, 100. So how many cubic centimeters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we know 1000 cubic centimeters is 1 liter. So divide by 1000. That means 3 zeros get cancelled out. You get 1000 liters. So 1 cubic meter is 1000 liters. So we can do the calculation. So 1 cubic meter is 1000 liters. Now we need for 1.5 cubic meters. So 1000 times 1.5. You get 1500 liters. Move the decimal place 3 places to the right. So 2 marks for that. Question number 10. Round off to the nearest first decimal place 200.85. So this is the first decimal place. So what you do when you are rounding? Look at the next digit. If the next digit is 5 or more, you have to add 1 to the previous one. So here 5. That means you are adding 1 to this. So what's the answer? 200.9. 8 becomes 8 plus 1, 9. So that's the rounding value correct to the first decimal place. 2 marks. Question number 11. What is the size of the class interval? If this is 10 to 19 and 20 to 29. Now, we can see there are gaps in between 19 and 20. There's a gap. So that means these are class limits. If these are class limits, how you find out the size of the interval? You take the difference, that means 19 minus 10 and add 1. Make sure that you add 1. If it's class boundaries, we can take the difference between the two values. But we have to add 1 here because the limits are given. So what's the class size? 9 plus 1, 10. What's the class here? 9 plus 1, 10. Class size is 10. So you get 2 marks. 1 mark for this and 1 mark here. Area of ABC triangle is 25 square centimeters. Find the value of the perpendicular height h of it. So how you find out the area of the triangle? Area of the triangle is half times base into height. If base is 10, the perpendicular height is h. That's the formula. But it's given 25 square centimeters. So you can plug 25. So 2 and 10, you get 5h is equal to 25. divide both sides by 5. H becomes 5 centimeters. This is in centimeters. So 2 marks for that. Question number 13. Shade the region A intersection B in the given Venn diagram. So how you do? The common region we have to shade A, B, C. So we can use this method to find out which region satisfy. What is A? According to this one, big circle B and C, both included. B means only C. Now, common term for both is C. So that means A intersection B is only the common term. That's C. So we can shade this part. So this is the A intersection B part. So 2 marks for this. Question number 14. Make B the subject of the formula. A equals Bx over C minus D. Now we need to get rid of this C minus D. Multiply both sides by C minus D. That's an expression. Then what you get? This side you get Bx equals, because this one get cancelled out with this one, A into C minus D. Now what you do? You have to divide both sides by x to get B. Then B becomes A into C minus D over x. So 2 marks for that. Question number 15. Write the equation of the straight line where the gradient is 2/3. So gradient means m is given 2/3. And the intercept, that means y-intercept C, is -1. So what's the equation? General form, y equals mx plus c form. That's a straight line. So just substitute m equals 2/3 and c is -1. So here you can put -1. So y equals 2/3 x minus 1. So 2 marks for that. Question number 16. If the perpendicular distance from S to PQ and QR are equal, these two lengths are equal, write the relationship between PQS and RQS. What do you know about this? This becomes the angle bisector. So these two triangles are congruent because this side is equal to this side, and these are right angle triangle, and QS is common, hypotenuse, and one side RHS. Can you remember? Right angle triangle, this length and this. Or we know that when you take any point on the angle bisector, the lengths are equal. So we know that this is the angle bisector. So PQS angle is equal to S, or you can write RQS angle, because QS becomes the angle bisector. Two marks for that. Question number 17. area of the base of a cuboid shaped container is 25 square centimeters. If the capacity of it is 200 milliliters, find the height of it. So this is a cuboid. All cuboid means you get rectangle. Cube means all sides are equal. So this is not a cuboid. So the area of the base, this part is given 25 square centimeters and we don't know the height. We'll put h. Capacity means when you fill the whole cuboid, we call it capacity. The maximum amount of water you can fill. So 200 milliliters. Now this is in centimeters and this one is in milliliters. What's the conversion? We know 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1 milliliter. 200 milliliters is same as 200 cubic centimeters. Now we know, we can find out the relationship. If the capacity is 200, how you get 200? Base area 25 into h. This is like a prism. Base area into height is the volume of any prism. So 25 h is this. So what is h? 200 divided by 25. So 25 times 1, this one 8. So h is 8 centimeters. So here you need to know the conversion. So 2 marks for the whole question. So the height is 8 centimeters. Question number 18. What should be the value of the angle x in order to make the two straight lines AB and CD parallel? If the two lines are parallel, allied angles add up to 180. So 72 plus x is 180. Then x becomes 180 minus 72. You get 801. So 108 degrees. So if the two lines are parallel, allied angles add up to 180. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 19. According to the information given in the figure, find the value of x. So look at carefully. This line extended here. So this angle. When you extended this line, you get this angle. And when you extend this line, this is the exterior angles. When you are extending lines, make sure that you take the same direction, either anti-clockwise or clockwise. So for any polygon, what's the sum of exterior angles add up to? That's 360. So we can make an equation. This is 2x, this is 3x, but we need this angle. If this is 100, what is this angle? 180 minus 100, you get 80 degrees. Now we can write the equation 2x plus 3x plus 80 is equal to 360. Sum of angles, exterior angles add up to 360. Now you can find x. 2x and 3x becomes 5x. Then take 80 to the other side. 5x becomes 360 minus 80. You get 280. Divide by 5 to get x. So what's the x value? X becomes 5 times 5, 25. For 30, that's 6. 56 degrees. You get 2 marks for that. Question number 20. Locus of a moving point equidistant to the 2 points A and B is shown by PQ. These are the 2 points. So, what is the geometrical name of it? So, what you call that? This is 90 degrees. So, we call perpendicular bisector. So, PQ is the perpendicular bisector. So, you get 2 marks for identifying that. So, these are the 20 short questions in your paper. So, let's see next part B. So, this is the first question. You get 2 parts. We'll see how you can do this. Question number 1, part A. Answer the following questions given regarding the activity finding the area of a circle that you have done in the lesson. Area of the plane figures. Can you remember? What's the activity? How you find out the area of a circle? So what you did, you take the circle, you cut into small sectors, equal sectors, and then you paste it. So taking each part and you paste here. So when you take the papers like this, finally you will end up with a rectangle. So that's the activity. And then we found a formula to find out the area of the circle. So remember that. So using this activity, you have to give answers. Draw the initial plane figure that you have used for the activity. So this is based on area of a circle. So what's the first one? First shape. You have to take a circle. So that's the shape we take. Then name the plane figure that you made by cutting the initial plane figure into sectors. So what is the shape you got? You got a rectangle. So we can draw the other shape as the rectangle. So rectangle, you get, that means 90-degree angles here. So name the plane. So rectangle, you have to name it. Rectangle. This is draw the initials, just to draw here. Now the next part. What is the conclusion that you have arrived regarding the area of 2 plane figures? So, area of the circle was equal to area of the rectangle. Write down the formula that you have obtained for the area of a circle in terms of pi and r. If the radius is r, what's the area of the circle? Area we got pi r squared. That's the relationship. Using the formula, find the area of a circle with radius 7 centimeters. And you can take pi as 22/7. So what's the area? Pi, that's 22/7. Radius is 7. 7 squared. 7 get cancelled out. 7 times 2, 14. 1 remaining, and 7 times 2, 14 plus 1, 15. So 154 square centimeters is the area of the circle. And the next one, a circle is situated inside a square with the area 196 square centimeters as shown in the figure. What is the radius of the circle? So this area of the square is 196. So we need to find out the length of the square. So how we find out length of the square? So we need to find out if the length is x here, this is also x. So x into x squared is equal to 196. So we need to find out what is the square term here. So we'll take 196 and divide by 2. 98. Divide by 2 again. 49. Divide by 7. You get 7 here. Divide by 7. You get 1. So we can write 196 as 2 squared and 7 squared. Then when you are taking square root, you can take the square root of this. That's 2. Square root of this is 7. The square term gets cancelled out. So 2 times 7, you get 14. X is 14. Now they ask what is the radius of the circle. So here this length becomes the diameter. So what is the radius? Radius becomes half of it. Radius is 14 is full length, that's the diameter. Divide by 2, 7 centimeters. Then part B, find the area of the shaded region in the figure. So area of the square minus area of the circle. So you found when the radius is 7, we found the area of the circle 154. So 196 is the area of the square. So what is the shaded region? Area of the shaded part is 196 is the area of the square minus 154 is the area of the circle. You get 2 and 4. 42 square centimeters is the area of the shaded region. So that's the first question. Now we'll look at the second part. Part B, according to the given sketch, find the following. So bearing of B from A. So that means from here, bearing of B. So this angle. So that's 70 degrees. But as it is bearing, so you have to write as 3-digit numbers. So 0, 7, 0. So 70 degrees. Then the next one, bearing of C from B. So from B, from here, you have to take this whole angle. What is bearing means? We measure the angle from north clockwise. So this is 30. The whole thing is 360. So 360 minus 30. 330 degrees. So bearing, you write 330 degrees. So remember what is bearing? Angle from north clockwise direction. Then the next one. If 50 kilometers of the actual length is represented by 1 centimeter in the scale diagram, write down the length of AB and BC in the scale diagram. So 1 centimeter represent 50 kilometers. Now what's the AB distance given? That's 225 kilometers. That's the actual length. So you have to divide this by 50 to get the scale length. 225 divided by 50. So what's the length? So 50 times 4, 200, and then 25 remaining. So 250, how many 50s? You get 9. Again we'll do 225 divided by 50. 50 times 4, 200. Then you get 250 again. So now you get 5, not 9. So here this is 9. This is not 9. So what's the value? 5. 250. So 5 times 525. So you get 4.5 centimeter length. Then we'll find out the other length, BC length. BC length is, actual length is 100. What's the scale length? You have to divide by 50. So you get 2 centimeters. So that's the third part. That's the last part of question number 1. We'll see how many marks you get for each part. So you get, this is the first part. No, this is the first part. So we'll see how many marks altogether. So first part, 1 mark for drawing the circle and 1 mark for drawing the rectangle. And writing area of circle is equal to area of rectangle, 1 mark. Now 3 marks given. And pi r squared, writing the equation, 1 mark, 4 marks given. The next one, finding the area of the circle, 154. You get 2 marks for that. And 6th part, finding the radius, you get 2 marks, that's 7 centimeters. And finding the shaded region, that's 42, another 2 marks. So how many marks we gave? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So far 10 marks given. Now the second part, you get 1 mark here for this one, 1 mark for 330. So here you get here 2 centimeters. So how many marks for this question? So we'll look at the marking scheme. So you get 2 marks here and 2 marks there. Now we'll see whether you get 16 marks, because you get first question 16 marks. 2 and 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So altogether 16 marks in the first question. So let's do question number 2. Question number 2, an incomplete table of values prepared to draw the graph of the function y equals minus 3x plus 1 is given below. So this is a straight line. So you have to draw the straight line and answer the given questions. So we'll do the first part. Fill in the blanks in the table. So we know the equation is y equals minus 3x plus 1. So how you find out the y values? You can substitute x equals minus 2. So what's the y value? Minus 3 times minus 2 plus 1. So you get minus minus plus 6 plus 1, that's 7. So this value is 7. Now we'll substitute x equals 1. Y equals minus 3x plus 1. Substitute 1 for x. Minus 3 plus 1. That's minus 2. So this answer is minus 2. So how many marks for these 2 steps? 2 marks. So you get 2 marks. 1 for this one 1 mark for this step. Question number 2. Draw the graph of the function in the suitable Cartesian plane. So we found this is 7 and what's the other one? -2. So how we adjust the scales? Now here, this is a square rule paper. So you draw the graphs on a square rule paper. So this is 0 and you can take, now -2 to 2 is there. So 1 square, 1 unit you can take. 1, 2 here. This is -1, -2. What about the y? This is x-axis. What about the y-axis? Starting from here, the positive value 7 and below up to -5. So we'll take 1 square, 1 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and below up to 5. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So we can scale it. 1 square, 1 unit. Remember that. Now you can mark the points. So when you are marking the points, so start with the first one, -2, 7. So this one. -1 with 4. 0 with 1. 1 with -2. 2 with -5. So these are the points. You get 1 mark for that. Now drawing the line. You get, I'll take the same color and we can connect, take the ruler and connect all these points. So that's the line. So how many marks normally you get? 3 marks to draw a straight line. First one for the scale 1 mark and marking the points 1 mark and connecting the straight line 1 mark. Here you have to use the straight edge to connect the points. That's 3 marks. Then it says draw the straight line y equals 4 on the same Cartesian plane. Y equals 4 means a horizontal line. Always the y values are the same. So we'll draw the line y equals 4. Y equals 4 is the horizontal line passes through y equals 4. So this is y equals 4. Then write the coordinates of the point where the function and y equals 4 line intersect. So straight line and this intersect at this point. So y is 4. What's the x value? -1. So -1 and 4. So you have to write both because it says coordinates. Draw a straight line parallel to y equals -3x plus 1. So you have to draw a line parallel to that and the intercept -2 on the same Cartesian plane. Intercept -2 means now this is the point. Now you have to draw a parallel line. What's the equation? Equation of the line. Now the same gradient you get, but the y-intercept is -2. So y equals -3x -2. That's the new straight line. It's better to take another point and draw the line. We'll substitute some of the values here. We'll take -2. When x equals -2, what's the value of y there? -3 times -2, -2. So 6 -2, you get 4. Minus minus plus. 6 -2, 4. So -2 with 4. So this point passes through this point. Now we have 2 points. You can easily connect this point and this point. and draw the parallel line. So this is the parallel line passes through the y-intercept -2, and we can find out the other point. If you are not using other point, what you do? You can use the set square and draw a parallel line. But in graphs, it's better to take another point and then connect. So this is the point and you get the parallel line. So that's the last part of this question. So how many marks? So we gave 3 marks for the graph, but we didn't give marks for this step. So -1, 4. And here, so drawing y equals 4 line, you get 2 marks there. And this coordinate another 2 marks. And -3x -2. Drawing the line, 2 marks. Now how many marks altogether? 2 and 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you get 11 marks for other questions. So the first question you got 15 marks and the other questions 11 marks. Now let's take question number 3. Express 25/8 as a mixed number and a fraction question there, and this is also related to fractions. So we'll do separately. Part A, express 25/8 as a mixed number. So this is long division. So 25 divided by 8. 8 times 3, 24 and 1 remaining. So how you write as a mixed number? 3 full parts and 1 part remaining out of 8. 3 and 1/8. Then the second one, simplify. 2/3 and 4/5 plus half and express the answer in its simplest form. According to Bodmer's, we know brackets first. How you add these two fractions? You have to make it to the same common denominator. 5 and 2, lowest common multiple is 10. Convert to 10. You need to multiply this by 2. 2 times 5, 10. So 2 times 4, 8. This one, 2 becomes 10. Multiplied by 5. 5 times 1, 5. Then add these two, you get here 2/3. 8 plus 5, 13/10. Now try to simplify. 2 and 1, 2. This one you get 10 divided by 2, 5. So that's all you can do. Now multiply the numerator separately, denominator separately. 13 times 1, 13 over 5 times 3, 15. So 13/15. That's the simplest form. So we'll give marks and move to the next one. So you get 1 mark here, 3 and 1/8, 1 mark, and 13/15. You get 3 marks. Simplifying this and do the other calculation all together, 3 marks for this. So altogether 4 marks for part A. Let's do part B. A father gave 1/4 of his land to his son and he sold half of the remaining for 300,000 rupees. What fraction of the land is remaining after giving to son? So 1/4 is given. So what's the remaining part? 1 minus 1/4. So you can't subtract here. So 1 you can write 4/4. Minus 1/4, you get 4 minus 1. That's 3/4. That's the remaining part. What fraction of the whole land is sold? Half of the remaining part. So half of 3/4. 3/4 is the remaining part. So he sold 3 out of 8 from the whole land. Find the value of the whole land. The remaining part, it says half of the remaining for 300,000 rupees. So that means 1/4 is given to his son and half of, so this much, 3/8 of the land is 300,000 rupees. 300,000 rupees. So what is the value of the whole land? So you can find one part, that's divided by 3. And then to find out the whole land, you multiply by 8. So 8 out of 8 parts means this value multiplied by 8. You get 800,000 is the value of the whole land. 800,000 rupees. So how many marks for these 3 steps? 3/4, you get 2 marks. And 3/8, again 2 marks. And finding the value 800,000 rupees, 3 marks. Check whether we gave 11, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and then 4. 7 plus 4, 11 marks. Question number 4. Using only the straight edge and the pair of compasses, do the following constructions in a single diagram. Show the construction lines clearly. So don't try to erase the construction lines after you draw it. So make sure that you keep all the construction lines to get full marks. Draw the AB straight line where AB equals 7 centimeters. And you have to draw an angle of 60 degrees. You have to measure the angles. We'll do separately. Part 1. First you have to draw the line segment. So how you draw a line segment? You take the ruler and draw a line first. And then what you do, you take the compass and the ruler. You need to measure 7 centimeter length. You take 7 centimeter length, keep it on top of the line and you can put a mark there. And again change the direction and here you can put another mark from there to make sure that this is 7 centimeters. So that's A, B. Then what you do? You have to draw BAC angle 60 degrees. So that means A angle. Here 60 degree angle. How you draw a 60 degree angle? You need the compass. Constructing 60 degree, not drawing. Constructing means only with the compass. You take a certain distance here and you can mark an arc here, an arc in the middle, somewhere there. Then you take the same distance and keep it here and you can draw the other arc. So we are using the property of equilateral triangle. Now you can connect this point with this one. So this is 60 degree angle. So we did the second part as well. Locate the point C where AC is 5 centimeter and complete the triangle ABC. Measure and write BC length. So we need to measure 5 centimeter length. Take the compass. 5 centimeter you need now. So AC is 5. So you keep on top of point A and you can mark the point C. So this is point C. That's 5 centimeters. Now you can connect B and C and complete the triangle ABC. Now measure the BC length. We need the compass for that. What you do, you take this length from here to here. This length, and you keep on top of the ruler and see the distance. So 6.1 centimeters. So you get a closer value. So I got BC is equal to 6.1 centimeters. So that's the first part. So we'll see how many marks you are getting for these 3 steps. So you are getting 1 mark for drawing the AB length. And then 60-degree angle, 2 marks. And measuring 5 centimeter and connecting the triangle, that's another 1 mark. And BC length 6.3 or 6.1, that's 1 mark. So you will get a closer value, 6.2, 6.3. So altogether 6 marks for the first 3 parts. So then we'll do the next one. Let's take the next part. Construct the angle bisector of BAC. BAC. So this angle. So how you draw the bisector? You need the compass for that. You keep on top of A. Take any distance and you can draw. I'll take bigger one. You can draw an arc here and arc on this line. Then you can take the same length or different length. Keep it here on this arc and draw 2 arcs in the middle. Now we get the intersecting point. Now connect this point and this intersecting points. This intersecting point, that's the angle bisector. Then the next one. Construct the locus of a moving point equidistant to the points A and B. So what is the equidistance to 2 points? What's the loci? Perpendicular bisector. So we have to draw the perpendicular bisector. Again, we need the compass for that. So what you do? You take any distance more than half of the length AB and you can draw an arc above and below. And you keep the same distance and keep on top of B and draw the other 2 arcs. So here and here. Now we got the 2 intersecting points. With the ruler, you can connect this point and this point. So that's the perpendicular bisector of the 2 points A and B. Name the intersection point of above 4 and 5 loci as X. So this is the perpendicular bisector. This is the angle bisector. So the intersecting point is this. That's X. So that's the whole question. So let's see how many marks for these steps. So 4th part. You get 2 marks for drawing the angle bisector and 2 marks for perpendicular bisector and 1 mark for showing the X point, intersecting point. So 2, 2, 1, 5 and 6, you get 11 marks. Question number 5. You have to simplify and then expand. So algebra, related to algebra. And then the second part, you have to make an equation and solve the 2 equations. So we'll do step by step. 5a, first part, simplify and express the answer in its simplest form. So 2y over 5 and y over 10. You can't straight away add. You have to make it to the same denominator. What's the denominator? Common denominator is 10. So 5 times 2, 10. So 2 times 2, 4y. And this is y. You don't need to convert because the denominator is 10. 4y and y becomes 5y over 10. Now you can simplify. 5 times 1, 5 times 2. So what's the answer? Y over 2. That's the first part. Then the second part, you are asked to expand brackets. So what's the method we used? FOIL method. Can you remember? FOIL means first with first. This is similar to rainbow method. First with first. O means outside numbers. And I means inside numbers. And L means last 2 digits of each bracket. So we'll multiply now. A times A squared. A times minus 1, minus A. 3 times A, 3A. And 3 times minus 1, minus 3. Now you can simplify the like terms. A squared. Plus 3 and minus 1. Here this is like 1. 3 minus 1 plus 2. Plus 2a minus 3. So that's the simplest form. We'll see how many marks for the first step. So first step, you get 2 marks. And the expanding brackets, you get 2 marks. So 4 marks for these 2 steps. Now let's take the next one. Part B. A student bought 3 pencils and 2 pens for 66 rupees from the school bookshop. Shop owner said that the difference between 3 pencils and 2 pens is 6 rupees. By taking the price of a pencil as X rupees and the price of a pen as Y rupees, build up a pair of simultaneous equations, and by solving the 2 equations, find the price of a pencil and pen separately. So you have to read the whole question. Now after you read the whole thing, you can start from here. So we can start from this step. So we can construct. So pencil is X rupees and pen is Y rupees. These are the 2 important values. Now we know these 2 values. We have to read it again and construct the 2 equations. Now read it again. 3 pencils, that means 3x, and 2 pens, that means 2y, is 66 rupees. That's first equation. And second one, shop owner said that the difference between 3 pencils, that means 3x, and 2 pens. So difference means you have to subtract. That is equal to 6 rupees. So that's 6. So this is the second equation. So that's the first part, constructing 2 equations. Now we have to solve it and find out what is x and y. How you solve? You have to first look at the coefficients of x and y. Either you can get rid of x or y because both the coefficients are the same. So if you want to get rid of this y value, look at the sign plus and minus. Opposite signs are there. Then you have to add it to get rid of that. So we'll add the two equations, 1 plus 2. What happens? 3x and 3x comes. Then here 2y and minus 2y get cancelled out, and here 66 plus 6. We are adding the two equations. Now what happens? 3x and 3x become 6x. This one get cancelled out. 66 plus 6, 72. Now divide this by 6 to get rid of this 6x. So x becomes 6 times 1, 6, and for 12 that's 2. X is 12. That means the price of a pencil is 12 rupees. So what is the price of the pen? You can take one of the equations. We'll take the second one. You can take one of the equations and substitute the value x equals 12. So we'll take the second equation, 3x. So 3 times 12 minus 2y equals 6. So 3 times 12, 36 minus 2y equals 6. Then I can take 36 to the other side. Minus 2y equals 6 minus 36. That becomes minus 30. Minus 2y is equal to minus 30. So now divide by minus 2. Minus minus plus. So you get y equals 15. 30 divided by 2. So the price of a pencil, 12 rupees, and price of a pen is 15 rupees. So those are the two prices. So you get we'll see how many marks for these two steps. So you get 1 mark each for constructing these two equations. So 2 marks for that one. And then solving the two equations. So finding x up to this point, 2 marks. And finding y, you get 2 marks and 1 mark for writing down price of a pencil and price of a pen separately. That's 1 mark. So altogether, did we give 10 marks? Just check it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For this one, this 4, you get 11 marks. So 11 marks for the 5th question as well. So let's do the next question. Let's do question number 6. Part A. According to the information given in the diagrams, find the magnitudes of angles marked in English letters. Find x and y. Look at carefully the triangle. This angle is 2x, x and x. This is 2x. So we can write an equation. 2x plus 2x plus 20 is 180. Sum of angles in a triangle is 180. 2x and 2x becomes 4x plus 20 is 180. Subtract 20 now. To get rid of that, 4x becomes 180 minus 20. So subtracting 20 from both sides means we are taking 20 to the other side. That becomes minus 20. 4x becomes 160. X, you have to divide by 4. X becomes 40 degrees. Now we found x value. Now we have to find out the y value. Look at this triangle. This is the exterior angle to this triangle. These are the two interior angles. So you can write an equation again. Y is equal to sum of opposite interior angles, x plus 2x. That's 3x. Now we know x is 40. Substitute 40 there. 3 times 40, you get 120 degrees. So we found x and y. So how many marks for this step? X is 40, 2 marks. And finding y value, 1 mark. So 3 marks for that. Part 2, find a and b. How you find a and b? Now b you can find easily. This is a straight angle. B you can find 180 minus 80. That's 100 degrees. How can we find out a? What is this polygon? How many sides? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a pentagon. If we can find out the sum of angles in a pentagon, and you can equate all the angles to that. So how you find out the sum of angles of any polygon? Can you remember the formula? N minus 2 into 180. So n is 5 here. This is a pentagon. So substitute 5 here. That means 3 times 180. You get 3 times 0. Here 0. 24 and 5. 540 is the sum of interior angles of a pentagon. Now we can equate all these angles to 540. So 90 degrees here, A, 110, 100 and the B value. B value we found 100. So that's equal to 540. Now add all together. 110 and 90, that's 200. 300, 400. 400 plus A is equal to 540. So A becomes 540 minus 400. You get 140 degrees for A value. So how many marks for this one? You get 2 marks for finding A and 1 mark for finding B value. So let's do the second part. Part B. According to the information given in the figure, calculate AC length. So you need to find out AC. What's the theorem you can use? This is a right angle triangle. So to find out AC, you can use Pythagoras theorem. AC squared is equal to 4 squared plus 3 squared. 4 times 4, 16. 3 times 3, 9. You get 25. How can you find out square root of 25? We know 25 is 5 squared. 5 times 5. AC squared is 5 squared. So what is AC value? AC means 5. So this is in centimeters. So 5 centimeters for AC length. Then the second part. Calculate BE length. B is here. So this is 90 means this is also 90. So you can apply the Pythagoras theorem again. Now can you see this is 3 given. So that means this is also 3. So we need to find out BE. So think about the big triangle. We'll apply Pythagoras theorem. So what is BE squared? BE squared is equal to, now the hypotenuse is 10. 10 squared minus this length, BD. 3 and 3, 6. So 6 squared. So how you find out this? You can use either difference between two square terms or just find out the square terms and subtract. 10 squared is 100. 6 squared is 36. When you subtract, you get 64. So, what is 64? 8 times 8, square term of 8. So, 8 squared is BE squared. So, what is BE? BE is 8 centimeters. So, that's the BE length. So, you get how many marks? So, this is part B. First part, finding AC, 2 marks. And finding BE length, you get 3 marks. So, 5 marks there. So, earlier did we give 6 marks? Here 3 and 3. So, 6 and 5, 11 marks. Now, let's take the last question in your paper. Part A. Copy the given Venn diagram in your answer sheet and include the given data in it. So, what is this symbol? That's a Greek letter, epsilon. That means the whole set, entire set. So, it's given entire set includes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A. Event A is 4, 6, 8, 9. And B is 4, 8. Look at this one. Both these numbers are there. So, that means B should be the smaller one. So, we can label this B. This is A and this is B. So, we can label the smaller one B and the bigger one as A. Now, we can fill. In B, 4, 8 is there. So, we put 4, 8 inside B. And then inside A, 4, 6, 8, 9. Already 4 and 8 is there. So, 6 and 9 here. Now, the other numbers you have to fill outside the circle A. What are the other numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4 is there, 5, 6 there, 7, 8, 9. So, these are the other numbers. So, you can fill like that. So, entire set, always you have to think about the rectangle. So, how many marks for this one? So, you get 3 marks. 3 marks for filling out all the values. We'll do the next one now. Part B. In a bag, there are 4 red balls, 3 blue balls and 5 green balls with same size and shape. A ball is taken randomly from the bag. Find the probability of getting a blue ball and find the probability of not getting a red ball. So, how many red ones are there? 4. How many blue ones? 3. How many green ones? 5. So, here a ball is taken random. So, altogether how many balls are there? 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 4, 12 altogether. Out of 12, when you take one ball, what is the probability of getting a blue one? There are 3 blue ones out of 12. So, that's the probability of getting a blue one. So, when you simplify, you get 1 over 4. What's the second part? Find the probability of not getting a red ball. Not getting a red ball means you can get either blue or green. Altogether how many? 3 plus 5, 8. 8 out of 12. So, divide by 4. 4 times 2, 4 times 3. So, 2/3 is the probability. So, how many marks? You are getting 1 mark here and 1 mark for this. So, let's do the next part. C. Marks obtained by 188 students in the grade 9 section of a certain school are given below. Find the range of the distribution. So what is the range? The maximum, the difference between the maximum value and the minimum value. So the maximum value here is 62 and the minimum value is 0. So 62 minus 0 is the range of the data set. That's 62. Find the modal class of the distribution, one which has the highest frequency. So you need to look at the frequency column and decide what's the highest value. That's 41. So related to that, that's 36 to 45 is the modal class. So how many marks for C part? You get here 2 marks here and 2 marks for this one. That's 4. The third part, find the median class of the distribution. So how you find out the median? When you arrange the data set in increasing order, the middle value is the median. Now here these are intervals, so we can find out only the median class. So what you do? We can take the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequencies means adding the frequencies downwards to decide where is the middle value. So starting with 15, 15 plus 18, 33. 33 plus 20, 53. 53 plus 40, you get 93. So now we'll see what's the middle value. We take total and divide by 2 to get the middle value. So what's 188 divided by 2? 94. So that means we have to find out the 94th value. So the next one, 93 is here, up to 93rd value, it's there. So this one is 94 means in this region. So what's the median class? What's the median class? 36 to 44. This one 2 marks. So 6 here. So we'll see whether you get all 11 marks. 2, 6, 7, 8 and 3, 11 marks. So this is the last question in your paper. So this is the 7th question. So first do all questions and then watch my video to check your answers.